right away from us.
They've done things in tribal court and issued warrants and things like that through their police department, which isn't even technically valid.
Yep.
Under the NCT Constitution.
Yep.
They just assumed that everybody was just going to overlook their bullshit to the point of where we're headed for the brink of destruction.
Yep.
If this may be the very first time that anything political is done damn near in American history where somebody didn't get shot to get it done. That's the truth. Usually it ends up in gunplay or some people go to jail.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on the draft White Earth Constitution?
The draft.
Of the new one or the old one?
The new one, the one that White Earth...
I see only 5 people's name on that. And she said there's a group of people. Well, if the group is only 5 people, what about the rest of us? Where do we come in? That's my opinion on it. If we don't have no vote on it, because if it was voted on, I don't think it would stand. If it's going to be voted on by the group in there, that's what they want. And that's what we're here to stop. We're here to stop that from going on.
So you're demanding a referendum also on the state law enforcement agreement? That's part of the petition.
Yes.
What's the significance of that agreement? Other than the way it's imposed, I mean...
Well, hopefully it stopped for a lot of our brothers, our Neejas and Neejettes from going to prison. Someplace you ain't never gonna learn anything in there, but to be more of a criminal than anything.
Is there any difference between the White Earth Tribal Police and the state police? And
if there's any difference, they've yet to shown it to us. I mean, the only person that's showing us anything is Rick Goodwin, and he's been out here negotiating. Randy Goodman. Excuse me. But he's the only one that's come out and talked to us and acted civilized with us instead of right away wanting to blame one of us or we've done something wrong. I have an individual over here that about 2 months ago was assaulted by a white man because he put his hands on him and pushed him, and yet he went to jail for terroristic threats, you know, and that by the White Earth Police, and that's how they wrote it up, because a guy bigger than him pushed him and he just retaliated with some words, and now it turned into a terroristic threat charge on him, but yet he didn't put no hands on anybody. And as far as I know, by the statutes of Minnesota, you are not allowed to touch another person in any kind of confrontation because that's assault. And that's the way they run things up here. It's when an Indian calls, Monoman shows up, or Becker. But when a white person calls, Whiter shows up and they arrest the Indian. So there we go, right there. That's a good point, that if these, and they shouldn't be arresting people, they should be coming, investigating in a full investigation, and they should know their laws. If they're going by them laws, but they ain't. They're making decisions and judgments on their own call, and that isn't for their right. They're supposed to investigate and then find out if there is something guilty to charge somebody with. That's what they're supposed to do. But they're out there taking sides with somebody that shouldn't even be on this res.
do you think politics is ever a factor in the tribal police's interaction with the public?
It has to be, and I mean, it has to be something coming out of this building here, you know, if it's politics, you know, and we're just trying to stick up for our Constitution of what's going on with our Constitution. We're trying to save that for our grandkids, and we're going to take steps after that. And if we have to clean house from top to bottom, that's what we're here to do. We're going to start cleaning house. Mm-hmm. And we're going to clean everybody, including that casino over there. We need to get them all, wash them all out.
But do you favor breaking away from the Minnesota Chippewa tribe as they've proposed?
No, not these guys. Yeah, they want to break away because they want to become a regime and control all of us. You know, and we're tired of that. We're tired of being, you know, going up over here and asking for some help to get some machinery out and help us out doing the stuff we need to do to make our lots and what else not. And they say it's our machinery. Well, who is our machinery? Who is White Earth? It's all the members. It's not just these people that work for White Earth. It's all of us.
Do you know many cases of excessive force on the part of the tribal police?
Yes, I was a victim 2 years ago. I was backing up. They said I attacked them. I don't know how you attack people, but I've been in the service and I've never ever heard of an attack by backing up. And when you're backing up, you're trying to get away from somebody. They tasered me, and there was a Monoman cop and a White Earth cop, and the lady put the cuffs on me so hard I could not even feel my hands. You know, after about 2 minutes, my left arm swollen up, and they have pictures of it in the county attorney's office. And when they were going to try to charge me with something, they dropped all the charges because they seen that where they tasered me, and they ran the taser all the way across my back up to my neck and left burn marks on me and all the bruises and stuff. I don't know how they could say I was trying to attack them when I'm backing up and I'm trying to run away. You know?
I recall Irma, when she first took power in 1996, saying that she would establish a human rights commission to investigate police abuses of that sort. Is there any sort of process in White Earth right now to make complaints against tribal officers or
not that I know of. And as far as I know, I don't really know Randy too well, but one of my friends here, somebody came down there and threatened him, right? And he tried to bring a case against the guy, and they threw it out, right? And this guy, and he keeps calling this guy Randy up here, trying to get an answer from him. And he still hasn't heard nothing from them. The White Earth Tribal Police. So I mean that's how they operate. And like I said, it's the guy that I'm talking about. The guy that came in was a white guy, and he come in threatening an Indian, and they don't do nothing to him. But in the case I'm talking to you about over here with this guy over here, he's an Indian, and the white guy assaulted him. Touched him, put his hands on him, and yet he's got to go to jail, you know? But if a white guy does that to an Indian, the white guy can walk away free. They drop all the charges, and it just disappears.
How do you feel about the tribal court in White Earth?
I've never dealt with it on any form as of till lately. You know, I guess they sent ICW out to take my grandson from me. You know, saying my daughter abandoned them. I don't know how you can abandon any children when they're with their family, with a family member. That's not abandonment. You know, it's in my books. You know, abandonment is when you leave and there's nobody there.
So
if there's somebody there in your family, you're not abandoning them. You know, you're leaving another family member to take care of them. And that's the way we've always been raised, is to take care of one another, you know. On
so what happened
level.
then?
Huh?
Did they actually remove the
Yeah,
child?
they actually removed my son, Mateo Bongo, my grandson, Mateo Bongo, from me, and told me that she had abandoned him, and I basically don't have no rights to my grandson, you know, which is my immediate family member. You know?
What happened? Where does it stand now?
It's still in court. I kind of backed off because they said his dad can get him. So I'm trying to support his dad any way I can. I go over there. Him and my daughter got 2 babies together, and he's got the other one. So when he needs babysitting or a little bit of money or diapers or whatever I can help him out with, I try to. the best I can. And I'm a guy that's been out of work for 2 years because I've had to battle cancer, you know. And it's been tough on me, and I try to go ask Terry Tibbetts for some help, and